The main event mama's bringing the heat. Talking life, love, and the wrestling beat. Step in the ring with the real ones, me, Mike and hand. Yeah, we on repeat. Yeah. Tag team champs of the everyday grind. Body slammed out, leave them behind. From the school runs to the grocery lines. Still got time to drop these rhymes. Late night chats over spilled tea. Wrestling moves in reality. Balance it all like it's destiny. Mama life is the legacy. Main event mamas, we run this show. From the ropes to the roads, watch it glow. Real talk, real love, real highs, real lows. Main event mamas, let the good vibes flow. Got a suplex for the drama, pin for the stress, flipping scripts. Yeah, we do it the best. Relationships, goals, what's next on the list? Life's a match, and we never miss. Late bell nights, but we're wide awake. Dreams on lock, no time for fake. This is the hustle of give and take. Championship belts made of love we make. Better than mamas. Better than mamas. Better than mamas. Better than mamas. The main event mama's bringing the heat. Talking life, love, and the wrestling beat. Step in the ring with the real ones, me, Mike and hand. Yeah, we on repeat. Yeah. Tag team champs of the everyday grind. Body slammed out, leave them behind. From the school runs to the grocery lines. Still got time to drop these rhymes. Late night chats over spilled tea. Wrestling moves in reality. Balance it all like it's destiny. Mama life is the legacy. Main event mamas, we run this show.
Welcome. Oh, you turned the camera off this time. Welcome. Surprise! It's late, and we're here to talk all things wrestling. If you're just joining us, you don't know who we are. I'm Kiara.
And I'm Tanisha. And I'm Kevlin.
And you are now entering the sister chat?
You're now entering the sister chat. Sorry, my bad. You should know where you're at.
Should they? Because we didn't even know we was doing that. Okay. Y'all kicking it on YouTube. I will be responding to those comments. This is funny. I love y'all. Y'all are my favorite. Whoever just said that he had an online relationship with Jada Parker, I got questions and concerns. I need to interview you. Please make sure you go to maineventmamaspodcast.com and submit a request to become a guest.
Really?
Yep. I want to know. I got some questions because this is hella hilarious.
Sounds like you got catfish, my friend.
Okay. Even more reason to dispute his claims. I'm just saying. Anyhow, we got a lot to talk about today. We're going to cover Clash in Italy. We're going to cover AAA, Los Noches de lo Grande. I don't know. I'm really tired. I tell you, that's where I'm at. That's how sleepy it is. My Spanish is bad today. Whew. Anyway, we're going to cover that AAA event. Then we're going to talk NXT, Monday Night Raw, and I watched Dynamite. So y'all, a lot was done. But you know my favorite part of the show. Want to guess what that?
The streets are talking. Ding, 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 ding.
They definitely talking. Let's get it.
Yo. Shh, quiet now. Leaning close. The streets are talking loud and clear. Wrestling whispers in your ear. Rumors flying, news is popping. The ropes are tight, no one's stopping. The streets are talking, yeah. You better listen. Main event, mama's dropping all the wisdom.
That's right. For all you late night birds, what's up with us? Because y'all know y'all want to know we got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about today because clearly the dirt sheets had a blast and I bring you only the best news and rumors. Why you look crazy, both of us?
Because what you say?
The dirt sheets had a blast.
The dirt sheets?
Yeah. You don't know who the dirt sheets are?
No, I thought you said something else. But anyway, go ahead.
Anyhow, on to this part because you tripping. This is gracious. Let's talk Liv and Dom. Okay?
Oh, they broke up?
No.
No.
Though I know you were out there in Dream World, but no, man. So there's some drama, apparently in New York too. There's some drama.
Dang.
Right?
Yeah,
I mean, they said, listen, we trying to make sure y'all hear us for real. There's some drama out here about the current presentation of Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio. Reports indicate severe internal frustration and criticism within WWE regarding how Liv is being used right now. The original creative plans called for a heavy continuation of her storyline with Stephanie, but because of Stephanie's recent injury, creative apparently made almost zero adjustments. I didn't write this, I'm just reading. To keep Liv a major focal point of Raw, like Queen of the Ring. The silver lining, rumor has it she's expected to become way more active regardless of a care status. How we feeling about that lately? How we feeling about the way they're using Liv and Dom?
I mean, if it's not about bringing up Judgment Day, I'm not interested.
He said if it's not about breaking up the Judgment Day, girl.
Yeah, like if Roxanne don't like snap.
That's fair. I've been waiting for her to snap any moment now.
Or Raquel. I mean, we still haven't addressed the elephant in the room. How, she told you not to come and you interfered, and now you the champion, and she not.
Fair. I agree with you on that. We haven't even discussed many things, come to think about it. So I can see that. We haven't discussed many things. And I don't understand how we could just let it keep going. But we do see some bubbling up with Roxanne, though. She was not pleased this week on Raw. No. Because Liv didn't give 2 Fs that she lost her match. And she in there hee hollering. I can't wait. I'm going to look so great with the crowd, girl. Hold your horses. But they do have a point about Dom. Because is he injured or something? Because we ain't seeing too much out of him either. So my question is, is there plans to have him Judgment Daying out? I think they're getting ready to. We've already done the story with Finn. He's moved to SmackDown. So what's up with that? Are they moving him to AAA? Because he's still the mega champion.
I don't think they know what they're doing. They're just holding on to anything.
Therein lies the problem, if you will. Therein lies the problem. I don't think they know what they're doing either. I think that we're all in the midst of confusion, whether we want to be or not, to be honest. Mm-hmm. And that is a problem. Also, I had a great conversation about this with somebody. Why would Liv be in this tournament? Why are any of the champions in this tournament at all? Now, I know there's a potential for them to be double champions, but I would assume we have enough people on the roster to fill this out, even on NXT and Evolve time. We have enough people to fill out this tournament bracket. And if the people who win, they get a title shot at SummerSlam, why not just make it any title shot? Because you know how we always are. We never know quite what's happening. Because remember, in WrestleMania, you were supposed to only get that main event shot, and that's not a thing anymore. So why not consider where we might go instead of just putting champions in King of the Ring or Queen of the Ring? Like, why not build new stories with all the talent they done brought up and over? Feels weird. Feels weird to me to do that.
Nothing to do with it. They don't have they're not building the great stories that they could.
No, they're not. And they're not even thinking outside the box either. Because I was like, I think you mentioned it on one of our other lives. All the challengers, actually, maybe that might have been Ring Takes who hung out with us on X. All the challengers for Liv's title are in the Judgment Day right now. So anytime y'all want to crack them open like an egg, we ready. We been ready. Like, this little situation, this relationship with Dom and Liv, I'm fine if you want to keep that going. I mean, I could care less about that. But in terms of the Judgment Day, everyone should matriculate out of that. Like, everybody needs to move on and have something else that they're doing, because it's long since run its course, I feel like, in my opinion.
It's definitely over. I don't know where they're going with this. So hopefully they wrap this up soon.
Post haste. All right, our next story. Stephanie dropped some interesting news on her podcast about her daughter. That's right. I can't wait to tell y'all this so you can give me your reactions. Okay. Stephanie was talking about her oldest daughter, Aurora. She used to have serious aspirations to enter the squared circle, and she even got in the ring to roll around with Charlotte Flair and Natty. However, Stephanie revealed that once the severe sexual misconduct allegations against Vince McMahon surfaced, and then Stephanie left the company, that the timing became incredibly awkward for her daughter to make that decision. So
the main event mama's bringing the heat. Talking life, love, and the wrestling beat. Step in the ring with a real one's me.
And this is why I do not give you access to the thing. Don't touch nothing else, ma'am. You're about to be a guest. You're getting demoted.
Wait, I didn't. Time out. Hold on. I didn't. All I did was put my phone up because I have TikTok on. And I was like, what just happened? I'm sorry. I'm not touching my phone. My phone's going to stay right there. I ain't touching anything else. I'm so sorry.
I ain't never seen you up here interrupted the story. Anyhow, let me revisit that again, because here you go. Interrupted the stories. Send help. Okay, send help, y'all. It's a late. She out here hitting buttons. I can't. Anyway, so basically, Aurora.
Okay, so Aurora was trying. She was trying to train. Got it. Mm-hmm.
That's right. She was trying to train, and then decided that she's going to focus on getting her doctorate in physical therapy instead. So what's your reaction to that story? Because I was like, I feel like there's a lot that we haven't even quite learned about this. So, including that story I told y'all last week about the shareholders. The short is up too, in case you know.
I think this is not the only time we're going to hear this story. I think Aurora is probably going to come back. She's just going to go focus on what she should have. And then, because didn't Stephanie have like a degree before she started getting into being backstage and doing all that stuff?
Well, you mean when she left and came back? Or because no, she actually started even while she was in college, she started working with WWE. Everywhere. Right. She did everything.
But she still got her degree in the process, right? Yeah.
She did.
I think it's a smart decision.
Listen.
Make a name for yourself outside and then bring yourself in. So then you're not just a McMahon or a Triple H's daughter.
I think it's fair, but I also think that there's something to say for that kind of lineage. You know what I mean? Like we talk about the Charlotte Flairs and we talk about the Natties, and how amazing would it be if one of their daughters decided to make this a thing? I mean, that would be it. It would be a lot of pressure. I mean, there's a lot of pressure in that, but also what if she was incredibly successful? Think about that. That would be crazy. But yes, I do understand. But getting a doctorate in physical therapy takes a while. So we'll see, how long that lasts. And like I said, there's also that whole shareholder situation going on. Not that I think that'll affect WWE, but I definitely think it'll continue to bring bad press their way in terms of because right now, remember I told you, Khan and Stephanie, they got wrapped up in this whole situation with the signal auto delete. And so they're treating some facts as fundamentally true. And there will likely be, if they lose the lawsuit, because I don't want to say convicted, but if they lose the lawsuits, it's quite possible they're going to be paying these shareholders something pretty significant because they did lose out on that deal with TKO, and it was pricey to say the least. So wouldn't shock me one way or the other. But you know what? Good for her. I'm all for, looking up backup plans these days because the word out here is hard. And physical therapy is a career that can exist without AI interference. So down with that, girl. Go ahead and get your degree. All right. Next story. Let's talk about Mike Santana. Okay. Because he's one of our favorites from TNA, I feel like. I mean, even when you went, you loved him.
Yep, New York stand up.
That's right. So WWE is officially on the prowl for Mike Santana on their wish list. There are some reports that indicate heavy interest in acquiring the star with the internal goal of having him fast-tracked directly onto the main roster by the end of this year if they can get his signature. Is that something you want to see?
Let's tease him in first before you just, I mean, Mike's not saying he's not worthy of it, but it just seems like they grab people. Because what they doing with Joe Hendry?
He's entertaining us with songs. You don't like his concerts? I enjoy them.
Now you know.
We know Tanisha doesn't. It's a joke, y'all. We know Tanisha does not like Joe Hendry's concerts. But Kevlin, do you enjoy Joe Hendry's concerts?
I do. I think they're hilarious.
I do. I got a hold to.
Anyway, but what I'm saying is they brought people. Okay, here we go. What about Jordynne Grace? They brought her from TNA. And what's she doing?
Yeah.
Nothing.
I absolutely agree with that. Not much.
Who else?
She's also one of those people. Is she in the Queen of the Ring tournament?
Is she?
I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna go search that real quick. Y'all carry on. Is one of y'all out there? Y'all are welcome to pop this in the chat for us too. Is Jordynne Grace in the Queen of the Ring tournament? I'd love to know because here we go. Ring takes. I was telling y'all we've been debating.
That's what I'm saying. Because I'm going in my head like, you're gonna bring him over here to do what? Who is he going up against? What is your plan? Like, who are you? Like, don't fast track him. Like, what we doing? Like, yes, there's a pop when he's at NXT. Yes, it's but what we doing? He gonna go fight Trick? Like, what we doing? Don't give me the same matches over and over again. Oh, someone says she is not. She is not a part.
Okay, and it's a travesty. All right, thank you guys. Because I was going to say, I'm looking at the bracket and she is not. You're right. But we got plenty of room for champions. Plenty. And Jordan's not in this? It is a travesty. I want to say I agree with you. Thank you guys for answering. Because that's crazy. Like, why you got all this talent and they're not in here? What they doing? Okay, let me guess. They back eating catering because you ain't got nothing for them. So they have to come to work to sit in the back. I mean, it's a hell of a way to make money. But seriously, you come to work to eat catering and sit in the back instead of having a story for all these crazy talented people. Not to mention all the people they let go who could have been part of this tournament, because Zoe Stark's anybody. That would have been a hell of a story.
Mm-hmm.
And she was a heel. And I truly believe the king and the queen should be heels. It works the best when they are. So I'm a little bit like Mike Santana. I'm excited about that. But I also agree I'm a little worried where he would fit on the roster. I think they have an interest in bringing people over and then they just meander their way. They get lost. Free food. I know that's right. There is that opportunity too. Free food. I mean, the catering ain't too bad from what I'm hearing. But I do think like bringing him over is a great idea because I think Santana is hella talented. And every time he comes to NXT, he's a high draw. Like when he came back for that one day, we were all like, ooh, everybody was so excited to see him. But do I know they're going to have that same energy on the main roster?
I don't know.
I almost would rather him to be under like the Shawn Michaels or the Undertaker situation, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know that I would want him on the main roster right now, unless we do a draft with new writers. You want to move some of the writers around. I'd be down. Be down for that. Just saying. But yes, I agree with you. I'd like to see him maybe on NXT, but I also think he's done everything there is really. Like, there's not much for him to do in NXT. And the talent stream, ever since they brought all these people up, that is another thing I do want to mention. I am enjoying seeing all these people from LFG finally being kind of featured on NXT, kind of like getting their like shine so we can see how well they're doing. Because I think like Cam, is that his name? I think his Cam, I forgot what his name used to be, but he's married to Maxine. And like, he is great right now on the main roster. He's looking really good. I like that British dude who reminds me of Triple H when he finally came over. Like, I just feel like they're showcasing so many great things about this, and I'm enjoying the ability to get to know these people and see them. But, you know, I'm a little worried that if they get him, that he'll get lost in the sauce. Because even Rey Fenix, like he should have been a huge draw on the main roster, and he's doing great things in AAA. But why is he only relegated there? You know what I mean? Like I'm starting to wonder what that's about. In the end of the day, Heisman post. I know that's right. Like y'all got to see what Cam is doing. If you ain't watching NXT, y'all are missing out because he is hella funny. And he told somebody, what did he say? Like, you're going to remember the day because I'm here. Like, what? Something you tell your grandchildren. I spit out my word. Watching that earlier today. So, right. Yeah, I ain't going to believe this one.
Uh-oh.
Let's talk about Mick Foley. So we know he's been, enjoying his time with AEW, correct? And so now he seems like he's looking for one last match. So there's been a lot of chatter about maybe deciding to waiting to just wanting to wrestle one more final match and have that take place in AEW. Unsurprisingly, Tony Khan is kind of on board and he would love to book Mick Foley as soon as he can get medical clearance. Thoughts? Let's debate.
You're right. Why though? Why? Why?
She didn't even want to let me finish. Listen, she didn't even want to let me finish.
Why? Like, don't we have enough grandpas in AEW? Why do we need more?
But you're not wrong.
I'm just saying.
We got a lot of peepaws and pawpaws.
Does
Sting.
They might as well just call themselves, what's that? What's that thing? What's that called? Not AAA.
Elderly.
Hold on.
TNA.
Wait, what's that? No.
Impact.
AARP. AARP.
No, she did it.
I'm just saying.
AARP, ma'am.
AARP. Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not?
I need to send help.
Just think about this for a second. We had Sting come down to the ring, look like he was right. Then we have, Edge and what's their names? Copeland and what's their
Cage?
Names?
Cope and Cage.
Because right now they're just Christian and Edge to me. I don't, trying to pose but not really want to be in it, and then them almost dying, can't breathe.
You can send help anytime now.
I mean, even at some point, I feel like Darby should probably be a part of the AARP because he keeps getting injured. Like, I just don't.
He's young. He's young. Right? I don't think he qualifies for AARP, honey.
Well, actually, some of them, I think they lower the limit, the age limit. You can get on there if you. But I'm just saying, what is he going to come back as? Is he going to come back as Cassie Jack? Bang bang?
Maybe.
Like what? Or is
I
he
don't
going to be
know.
Do Love? Ooh. Or what? Or he's going to be Mankind? Like I just need to understand. And then is he going to be able to hear because he has one ear that he can't hear out of? I don't understand why. Why are we entertaining this? They might as well bring Ric Flair back for all I care.
Don't you dare say that again. Don't you dare say that again.
Oh,
No.
we got Jericho. Now, granted, Jericho, he looks like, he could do a little something, but I feel like during the Stampede, he was kind of winded too.
Y'all can go ahead and sign in on the comments. Go ahead and sign off. I'm going to keep going because I ain't got nothing else to add.
Let that man be great. Let him be great.
In the retiring home where he's supposed to be.
Leave him alone. Let him do it one more time.
Oh, so we fully go to the nursing home. So
What? Ma'am.
Out of control.
I just want to tell you that he looks great, okay? He looks great
because
for
he's
his
not
age.
wrestling.
I mean,
I might as well just bring the Hardy Boys from TNA. I'm just saying, just bring them over.
they
Just
want
have the group of retired people. I'm just saying,
Here we go. I think he might own some of them, though. I will say, I do think he owns some of them. So I don't know if they are. I know they were WWE gimmicks, but AEW doesn't care if they bring. After all, we have the rated R superstar, right? So I don't think it would matter if he owns his trademarks, and he may. So,
or
just a thought.
He can switch it up. Here we go. He can switch it up. He could be called Jack Love.
I knew you were gonna do that. I was gonna say Cactus Love. I love this for you. Or Man Jack. I don't know.
Or it could just be Bang Bang. I'm Bang Bang. Because we got we got those what's those people called who
the Bang Bang Gang?
Oh yeah. We got the Bang Bang Gang, but what's the other ones? The ones who they were gambling their lives away and they had to.
The Young Bucks.
Or he can be called the Dark Love of Hole or Dark Hole of Love. I don't know.
Y'all go ahead and say help. I'm not playing. Y'all go say help. She be on one tonight. I knew this was going to be a bad idea. I just knew. Going live late is a terrible idea with you. Just listen. However, I do agree. We need to check the man's joints. You know what I'm saying? If he's going to do this, can we do it the right way? Can we do an Undertaker cinematic enterprise where we got some camera tricks, and we can use the camera tricks and the acting to protect him so that we can see him for the future? Because I am concerned that he had to pull out of some one of the conferences he was going to previously because he got sick or he had some kind of last minute injury. So I just feel like maybe we just need to love him as is. Like he can continue doing a little commentating type situation, introducing the event. I think they got a lot of equity out of his presence. So there's no need to do this. Okay. I don't want him to. Just like I didn't want Ric Flair to. At some point, we just call a spade and we get out there alive. We all seen Dark Side of the Ring. I don't need no. You crazy. But you know what ring takes? You're not wrong.
I can see it. So they're gonna have a bag of tacks and it's gonna come out of nowhere. You're like, oh my God. And then he's gonna be falling from the top of the ring. And then
listen, they did have this long conversation.
Maybe laying there.
Listen, they did have this long intro about Darby, and so maybe. Also, that's another story. I'm gonna get into that in the AEW conversation. We're not there. So, one more. We got two more stories, and let's talk Seth Rollins. This is gonna be hard for me, y'all. That's my favorite. So Seth was.
No.
Huh?
Okay, sorry. I said, are you gonna talk about Rue? Never mind.
No. and how I don't know her daddy wrestling name. No, I didn't. And how she thinks Cody Rhodes is her daddy's wrestling name. That was the funniest thing I have ever heard of. And if you haven't seen it, watch Becky's conversation with was it Stephanie? I don't know. It was really fun.
Yes, it was Stephanie.
Stephanie's podcast is the place to be because the funniness that happens there, like it's crazy. But anyway, no, Seth did not hold back when he was asked about Roman Reigns, claiming that he made the World Heavyweight Championship relevant. Rollins called Roman's claims complete BS, stating, "Now Roman Reigns is walking around with my title, talking about how he made the title relevant. He knows it. I know it. Everyone else knows it. He sounds like an idiot when he says it." Let's sound off on that soundbite right there. Now, I'm not too proud to admit that they did make that title because Roman was gone. And the roster was kind of stuck, if you remember. There was nothing for them to do or to achieve at the top level because Roman was home with the title. And he felt like, at least in Cape Fade, he was like, I ain't got to come back. I could just sit at home with my title. And because no one's good enough, because he beat everybody on the roster, if you recall. But I will say that, including Seth, right? But I will say that Seth did make that championship quite relevant. Now, it still was seen as secondary for a time when Roman had the other belt. And I think when that belt moved on from Roman to Cody, we started to see a little bit more of the relevance of that title move on because, respectfully, Cody does not have the same star power as Roman does. So we start to see maybe like Seth has been seen as a solid number 2. But when number 1's not around, number 2 gets to get the eyes. And let's not lie, he's an exceptional technician in the ring. Like, he makes everyone look good. And his matches are always really good. So I feel like I understand the rivalry a bit. It's great that you push each other. Do I think that he's right about this, though? I don't know. Sorry. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm confusion. I don't know if I think he's right about this.
I'm going to say no, or kind of, maybe. Because Roman had both of them. He took them both and combined them together and made them a very powerful title. And it was only because they needed to separate the titles at some point. Because, I mean, how long can you let a man have a title? Felt like it
when he ain't at work, specifically. He ain't at work.
Then they had to give it to somebody. And yes, you were right. I felt like because I ain't gonna hold you, homie. Like, you're a great wrestler, but you're boring as fuck. Sorry. You're boring. Like, you're boring. It's not even, can't hide that fact. I mean, you're very, when it comes to wrestling, yes, you are really great. You are, pushing your body to the limit. That's great. But to be fair, unrespectfully, you shouldn't have the title.
Disrespectfully.
Yep, whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's still not being respectful. I'm not being respectful about it. I mean, just saying, because you don't make me want to watch SmackDown for who you about to fight. It's not exciting. So in that regards, then yes, when Seth had the title, yes, you made it relevant because you had the title and you were going up against somebody who wasn't it. But I think if you go for the title again, right, you should go for Cody's title. And then let's actually compare at that time which title is more relevant or not. That will be the true test of if you can make a title relevant while Roman is still a title holder.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mhm. Listen, I love Cody, and I think that we all know this. Like, I love Cody, but the truth is the truth. You know what I mean? Like, I enjoy Cody. I enjoy what Cody's doing right now. It took me a while to come along with his tagline, but I'm here. You know, easy to find, hard to beat, fair, accurate. But is he a big draw like Roman? No. But I also think Roman superseded, like, that whole bloodline story is so good that they got to do it again. You know what I'm saying? Like, that there proves the problem. Like, it's so good that they got to do it again. So all y'all out there who are complaining that you stick at a bloodline story, y'all can get in the back. You should have bought more tickets before. But we are where we are. So, of course, they had to do it again because there's nothing holding it together. Also, again, we love Cody. I'm not saying we don't love Cody. I'm just going to be real with y'all and tell you that Cody does not have the same drawing power, in my opinion, as Roman. Now, I think it is comparable to see Cody and Seth in a sense of who draws more, but we all know Kiara's biggest, right? So, up to y'all where you at. But I'm saying, if y'all didn't want this story back, you should have been buying more tickets when Cody was the champion by himself out there. You should have been paying more attention. You should have been asking. You should have been buying more Cody's merchandise. You really should have done more. And unfortunately, you didn't. So we are where we are.
And
I ain't sorry.
Hey, listen, the only thing I can say that was the most interesting storyline of the year with Cody was Drew McIntyre. And was it because of Drew McIntyre?
Hey,
because let's
John.
just think about it. Hey, John. But look, oh yes, you see the third sister. See how she there.
Still in witness protection.
Respectfully. But I will sit here and say that has there been any other interesting storylines? Like they're trying to put Sammy in there, and it's like, I don't know. I don't know if you're going to be as interesting as Sammy and Trick with the gingerbread. I don't know.
That was funny.
Like, where are we going?
I mean,
or like, what about? There's no other compelling story for me because it wasn't definitely him and John Cena. That was a flop, flop over. And other than when Cody first came back and then he was fighting Seth, that was a compelling story. Like, you came back with a tour, whatever that thing is called. I can't think right now.
I'm sorry.
Muscle, you came with black and blue. Ooh, that was a compelling story.
That was fascinating because it was good. Right. And plus, him and Seth's matches were phenomenal together. Exactly. Together, they make magic. So I think that's fair, and we can say that.
Right. Him and Roman, that was, the second time around. Because the first time, it was like, okay. Well, actually, no, I feel like the first time and the second time, and then when they tried it again, it was like, but what are you chasing? Are you chasing anything? You've now captured your father's legacy. What are you doing? I think it just went kind of like...
Yeah. I mean, they really didn't have anything for him to do after. And like we said before, I love Cody, but does Cody need a new dimension? Yes. Do I feel like we're starting to get it with this easy to find, hard to beat energy? Kinda. But I think they need him to dig a little deeper. I know, but they're not going to do that. I think we need to accept that at some point.
I'm never going to accept that. He needs to be healed.
He does, with all his big words and his swag. And his energy is very heelish. And so I get it. I get that he's an excellent babyface.
Then bring Brandy.
Yeah.
Ooh, you know how good that would be? The
yes.
Juicy, like, I get you together with all the words, and you be like, you start questioning yourself. Are you stupid? Are you like, did I just understand what it? That's how you could be evil, but still good. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're right. Kevin likes Cody. Let's give him that.
I do. I do. I feel like his energy has been kind of borderline lately, though.
Okay.
I feel like he's a little the easy to find, hard to beat, kind of edgy. He's a little bit more edgy. especially with how he's been handling Sammy lately.
Fair.
So, you know, we might be teeter-tottering with the idea, maybe. That's my guy, though, so.
She said, yeah, you should see the debates about CM Punk over here. Y'all ain't ready.
Yeah, y'all not ready for that, though. Okay. Sorry.
But this is also goes from the person who loves John Cena. So she likes those characters.
I can't help it, y'all. It is what it is.
Also, shout out to John Cena for following me on X, because that made my entire month, I have to tell you. And it was fascinating because y'all know I am not the biggest John Cena fan, but I will call a spade a spade. And his always having a job, I'm here for that energy. You know what I'm saying? He always stay making money, and I am in support of that.
Can I get a Fernand too, though? I just need to know what happened at the end. I need to know. Sorry, I know I just jumped the whole gun, but I love Fernand, and he was in the movie, so I'm just saying, can we get? All right, guys, sorry.
On to the next story. What? I feel like we just lost a viewer because of that. What was that?
Hold on, wait. We lost a viewer way before I even said that. So
anyway, it's late. I get it.
What'd you say?
I said it's okay. They back.
She right. They back. All right, here we go.
Yeah, there they
Let's
are.
talk. You're right. LA Knight. Let's talk about it. All right. So apparently they're not even giving LA Knight scripts no more because he's not about reading it. And I think it shows. I'm going to just tell y'all right now. I think it shows. And he's one of those people that believes in listening to the crowd and reacting in real time. And I think he's an example of how you do it right. Because the way that I hollered on Monday Night Raw when he picked up Adam Pearce's hand and made him acknowledge Roman, I cried. I was like crying in tears. And not just that, like his entire monologue to Pierce about how Pierce is like listening and conspiring with Roman in the background was brilliant. And it felt like when you have someone who is that talented as a talker, then you need to give them the ability to do so. And also, I'm going to tell y'all something about scripts. Y'all ready? The more you practice, the more we see. So you know how you do the script and then you lose a word and you be sitting there waiting for the word to come back because, I mean, you would never say it like that, so you don't remember the word. And so you just be sitting here staring at your competitor. We know that has happened. And we will look at each other and be like, somebody got lost in the script. Okay. Just gonna wait y'all to get back on. Somebody needs to give you a keyword like you on Broadway and you could just pick it up from here. Like the little drama in my game. So that's how we did it. They would just pick up a word and pick you up. But we know. So just as a reminder, if you have somebody who is just that talented, you need to let them do their thing. You just tell them parameters where they can't go. You know what I'm saying? Don't say these things. But otherwise, live. Because I feel like we respond better. And I will tell you, like, I'm going to get into AEW in a minute because I want to tell y'all something. So I watched Dynamite, and Mark Briscoe had this incredible promo where he talks about it getting to the anniversary of his brother's death. About how he didn't know what he was going to do. How he felt like he was missing. Like he had a hole because wrestling was like, they were a tag team. So who was going to pick him up by himself type of thing. And AEW did. And they gave him like this opportunity to really shine and become a champion and put on these amazing matches, just him by himself because his brother's not here. And he talked about how that saved his life. That was not a script that was written. You know what I'm saying? That was something straight from his heart. Now, I'm not saying he didn't write it down before he came out, because, you know, we gotta do that sometimes. But it was straight from him. And you knew it. And then he ends the promo with he gonna beat, you know, MJF. But MJF better give him a championship shot, which, you know, fair. Stop ducking him, MJF. So that kind of power, you don't get it everywhere. Some people don't have that ability, and I understand wanting to support them before you put them out there. But I argue that you can just as well stunt them because they are not necessarily prepared to read the script and be able to respond.
Mhm.
Like, that's not, there are some people who just off the top of their head and it's not in the script. How many times did we hear in Rivals or one of them backstage, he wasn't on script? Ask Charlotte and Tiff Tiff, if you remember. Didn't go well, did it? Didn't go well. So I'm just saying, like, we need to give people who are capable the ability to do that. And even for those who aren't, we need to give them training so they are. You need to be a good talker to be a superstar, period. All right. Any other thoughts on LA Knight before we move on to all these recaps? Because there's a lot to get to. Okay.
No.
He hating a little bit, but it's okay though.
What'd you say?
I said he hating a little bit, but it's okay though. I said what I said.
I mean, he is. And we will get into that when we get to Monday Night Raw. Because at some point, you're going to have to let the PSTD. I don't know what that is. You're going to have to get the post-traumatic stress syndrome. Because apparently I can't say the letter.
PTSD.
Thank you, Kevlin. You're going to have to let that go. You have to let that go. You're going to have to move on. Like, I understand the bloodline. Like, you know, they ran over a lot of people. You wasn't the only one. You need to get that therapy, and you're going to have to move on. That's all I'm saying. Like, let that animosity go. Please and thank you. Just saying. I can't believe I said that. Y'all are tired. Anyway. Well, let's talk AAA. I think that's where we're going. Sweet Jesus. What is happening? I gotta tell y'all, this was one of my favorite things I saw last weekend. Like, y'all know how much I am inevitably in love with AAA. I love me some Lucha Libre. That style is one of my favorites. Sure. Mm-hmm. That. I definitely loved everything about it. Not the first match, though. I ain't going to hold you. I don't know what was going on there. I think we were all watching it, and we sat there like, what is happening in this first match? Was somebody already injured? It was a little weird. But after that, it picked up in a real and important way. And then by the time we got to Chad, OG Grande Americano and the new Grande Americano, it was the most incredible match I have seen in such a long time. We were on the edge of our seats. Kellen and I were like, what? Like, it was so good. And it was unfortunate that Clash in Italy had to follow that. I'm gonna hold you on that. It's very unfortunate that they had to follow that, because what they did together was everything that makes wrestling amazing. It had everything you could possibly imagine. It had action and romance and comedy. Like, you were in it from top to bottom. And not just that, the entire storyline that led up to this, because this has been going on for a while, but you were still curious about it. Even when they brought in Julius, the other Creed brother, with new Spanish names. Like, the way that their culture was embraced, the Mexican culture. Like, I'm not Mexican, but I was hella proud of watching a Grande Americano, the new one, embrace the culture. And it seemed like it shifted something in him and the crowd. So to see something like that and to have it transcend, like, someone who has been watching wrestling forever, to have it transcend like a moment, that I want to watch that match again and again. And if anyone ever asks me why I watch wrestling, I think I'm just going to put that match on and let them watch it, because it was really something special. And it shows the caliber of the athletes that both of them are. And not just them, you know, their entourage as well, jumping off crazy things. And thank God he was caught. But there was just something really special about that I don't think we get to see on a WWE screen often. So the fact that it was in AAA was just remarkable, I feel like. Okay, I'm done with my monologue. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. Ring Tech said you, like you said, it's late. Yeah, we know. You was laughing at me too. It's fine. It's fine. I understand. Okay, thoughts, Kevlin, especially. I know you were watching that with me.
I thought it was very cinematic, if I could use a word to describe it. I also thought his reveal at the end was pretty epic. I thought him bringing his kids up there, they looked visibly upset, but him bringing them up there and like announcing himself and unmasking the way he did, giving the mask over to him like a trophy. I thought that they definitely welcomed the culture of just the luchador culture, and they shed light on it, especially with how things are going on just in the world today, and being able to recognize the Mexican culture like they did. I think that was pretty beautiful.
No, I absolutely agree with you. It was really beautiful. And really, not just that, like the music and the energy, like, you know me, I'm a telenovela queen. I love it all. I watch it all. And fuck, I am watching one right now. So I really do feel like I get a taste of it a lot of times just from the cultural stuff that I watch. But I also know a lot of people don't. Like if you watch Triple on YouTube, then you see all the comments in there about how it's in Spanish. Like, no like,
no,
of course it is, people. I mean, but it was magic. Like, I have not seen anything like that in such a long time. And it brought me back to, like, you know, that childhood when we first started watching wrestling and it was so full of story. Yeah. Like, it brought me back. I was watching Rivals with my sisters before we got to, I think maybe it was Clash in Italy. And we were watching Macho Man and Ric Flair's Rivals episode. And I was like, I am living, because I remember that story when Elizabeth's picture was in WWE magazine and we had thoughts and questions and feelings. And then eventually she just dropped out the story and we was confused. But I do feel like it was something that really reminded me of that kind of feeling that I used to have, like, growing up. All right, let's see. That was a masterpiece. The crowd was amazing. Yes, it was. The booking was perfect. A white American and a white European portraying Mexican luchadors had arguably the best match of the year so far. Crazy. Exactly. I literally turned to my sister and said, these are all white men. Tell me about this. Like, how incredible is that? Especially, like you said, if you look at the culture, the things that we're experiencing in the US right now and all the, like, diversity and lack thereof and all of the things. Like, to just highlight the beauty of a culture that is different from yours. And I thought the booking that Undertaker is doing down there is just really good. It's incredible. To see the stories and it to continue to have that soul. That's what I feel like is sometimes missing from WWE, is you don't have that soul connection to the story. Like, we don't have enough time to get into the story to really have this emotional tie into it, unless, like we did, like the Bloodline story, right? Like we did with Cody and his story, like that built over time. We don't do that anymore. Yeah. Which is, again, why we sitting here with Liv without nothing to do. Now, technically, we should have been telling this story about the Judgment Day for a minute, right? Like, at this point, Roxanne should be so sick. And not just her. Roxanne and Raquel should be so sick of Liv's manipulation that they're like, enough is enough.
Both of them.
But we're not doing it. We're just meandering our way through it. And we, as an audience, should be so deeply offended for them that we should be in it, but we're not. And even to give you another example, remember we were watching TNA and we were watching Moose and the System and the Betrayal. Like we hadn't watched that like weeks before. We just got into it. And so it is possible to tell a story that has some deeper meaning and that has like a reaction out of you if you decide to give it that time and something that the audience enjoys. So I hate when people are like, oh, the audience doesn't have time. They made that story at the night of, we was like, oh my gosh, they caught us all up before the match. And we were like, no, she didn't. By the end of the night, we was like, she did not get caught. So I think it's possible to do these things But the WWE, for some reason, is just not spending their time and their energy doing it, is my thing. And that's disappointing, especially because you saw how incredible it was for AAA. I hope they do get that TV deal because I'm ready. I'm saying, where are we watching this? Actually, never mind. Keep it on YouTube. I take it back. I take it back. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
You're right, because then we'll have another channel to watch it on. You're right. Never mind. I take it back. I'm sorry. My apologies.
Slow your roll, homie. Free is for me, and it was on YouTube, and it should
Free is
stay
for
on
you.
YouTube. Because then now, how all the people who was watching it before going to watch it if they put it on a thing. Now all these channels are available everywhere.
Sincerely? You're right. I'm sorry. I just saw a note that I'm like, that's really weird. I'll tell you about it later. But it's very strange.
All right. So now, what's next? Oh, wait.
No, yes, we did. You want to talk about it again? We did. I was calling you out and talking about how we had the biggest conversation about this on X, about Liv Morgan and the nonsense of the Queen of the Ring tournament. But not just her. Any champion, period, being in this King of the Rings nonsense should not be happening. You have enough people. So I'm sorry, we did talk about that, but feel free to drop your thoughts in the chat. We'll still share it. All right, let's talk. What else do we want to talk? Vikingo. His match was great. Like, it was just such a great event, I feel like, Kevlin. Like, I feel like we really got a nice taste of what's happening in AAA, in my opinion.
Well, what was your favorite match, Kevlin? Since I did not watch it with you guys.
Nope.
It was Mask versus Mask, of course.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
okay. Oh, excuse me. Maybe you had another match you liked.
No, that honestly was the night. So I got to give it up for him.
It was magic. It was magic. Needless to say, it really was. All right. And also that goodbye from Gable. What's that about? You better not be trying to leave us. I mean, I am excited about his documentary that he has coming up, though. Did you see, he has a documentary about his shoulder, I think his injury, and him coming back from it. So that's being released on YouTube. So I was like, all right, go get your money. Because you know how it is. You know how it is. All right. You know what we got to talk about, which is Clash in Italy. You ready? Let's do this, as my favorite podcast host like to say. Wait a minute. I need to talk about this to somebody. Okay. I don't know where to start. How about we start with Sol, Ruca, and Becky? What did you think about that match?
Well, I knew she was going to win.
Okay.
So, I mean, I think the fact that she finally did catch her with the Soul Snatcher was actually kind of good. But I that's all I got.
Smoke Snatcher. I'm waiting for Jessica to say it's over and done. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for Jessica to be like, I'm about to just beat you up. I'm done. Or for Becky to snap and do it. Somebody got to do it. I'm ready. Who's going to do it? Because I know Jessica is technically training as well. So let's see it. Let's see it and let's do it. I'm trying to see it. When is it going to happen? Is this a SummerSlam match? Somebody. Anybody. Now, this is a story we've been waiting on. How about we do that? But congratulations to Sol on her IC title victory, though it was a weird one. Go ahead.
I was going to ask if you feel like it was too soon for Sol.
Yes.
Yeah. I agree with that sentiment.
You lost every single match on the main roster. And you win the IC title? I'm a little... I mean, come on. Come on. It just... I get it. You win when it matters, right? But even watching her come out on Monday, I was like, I don't know if I buy into this right now. And I think we've had this conversation about other title holders. Like, I think I felt the same way about... at first until she became double champion. Then she brought the fire.
Right.
Because I feel like
Right.
she believed. And so I think like, I was going to say Ricky Saints was another one that made me think, whoa, too soon. Like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think
And they
she
quickly took
needed,
it off.
can you give her a rivalry first? Can you give her something where we can fall in love with Soul instead of just rocketing her to the top of the IC title position when it could be going to people like Bailey or Natty or, I mean, this is not to say that I don't support Soul, because y'all know I do. I'm a huge fan of what she did at NXT, and I do think she's a star. But I do think to properly build her up, they needed more time, more matches, more stories to make her legendary. You don't just throw her on the roster like that, have her lose everything, and then have her beat Becky. I was like, what is this nonsense? Sorry. I was not pleased. But I do think, yeah, I will say the Soul in NXT was great, but she also had a history of greatness, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we had time to see Soul really like grow. We saw her briefly during the like Rumble, and she had a great showing the last time. So why not start her in a program? Could she not have a whole rivalry with Maxine or something? Like, we had time to put new stories together for her, and we didn't do it. We just put her in there with Becky. Now, unless Becky just wanted some time off, I don't get it. And even if she wants some time off, could we not have just, had a tournament for this, or made the person who wins Queen of the Ring the new IC title? Just saying. Just had a thought there. Not having people with the NXT champions doing member service. Tell me why you think that is, because I'm not sure about that, in the sense of not everyone had that title even back in the day when it was the black and gold energy, and then they brought them up, right? So I don't know if having the NXT title means you're necessarily ready with it for a title run. I just think, I don't know if I think that's the case. I agree with that. So tell me more about that. You got your tickets to SummerSlam? All right, man. Hello. Hi, y'all. Not y'all joining us late. In the sense of like, we out here late. That's what I mean. Not y'all late to the party.
Hello.
Oh my God. I love this. Look at y'all hanging tight. Yeah.
I think so too.
It was
that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But remember, y'all remember I was pissed that she beat Bailey? I was not pleased. No. But I mean, no. You're right. The answer is no. But I also think they're doing a disservice by giving her a title and not. This is the problem we're going to have. You cannot keep giving people titles without any creative to go after that. Right? So it's like, all right, she has a title. She gonna hold it till Becky come back and take it? Is that what's happening?
Ooh. Well, it seems like Lyra has her eye on it, but then I think that's what's about to happen, where they're going to cause that rift between Lyra and Bailey. Versus actually just giving Bailey and Lyra the tag team titles, because that they've been chasing for the last 2 years.
They should not have been chasing it for that long, though.
They shouldn't
That's
have been
crazy.
chasing it for that long. And now it looks like they're going to try to split them up because of the IC title, which is kind of crazy. And once again, they're overlooking Bailey. They're overlooking Bailey, which is even more crazy.
Yes.
Like, I'm also tired of them using certain people to just push people over, because what that end up doing is showing them as a lesser person when you're doing it all the time. Just like what they're doing with Jada in NXT. It's like, what makes her good enough to train and push people over, but doesn't make her good enough to hold a title?
I can see that, but I see it a little differently in this one. Okay. So I think, like, what I would say is the Bailey and Lyra feud for the IC title could have started way back in the day. So remember when they were fighting over that daggone championship, and I wanted Bailey versus Becky, but Lyra was in the way? So I felt like that would have been an opportunity to have the belt go on Bayley and have Lyra and Bayley have that feud then. Because putting them in a tag team just don't make sense. Now, granted, I know Bayley's doing other things. Maybe she was doing Lodestone. Maybe she was like doing other things. But does that make sense? No. You could have had this whole master feud already. And it might have ended up like main eventing something because there's just something that they bring to that, I think. And I don't think Bayley and Becky have really had a true like rivalry program. We've yet to see that. But I think this leads to the same thing we've been talking about with Zelina, with Julia. When are you going to focus on the women's stories? When are you going to build these rivalries? There's so many natural ones that should be happening that this is crazy to me. Like Julia and Kiana should have been broke up. They should be at each other's throats. Okay, like you cost me my title and I'm going to make you pay for it. Julia in Japan was a killer. Okay, she was not your bestie. She was not your friend. She was dangerous and she's exceptional in the ring. But if you watch the way she's been booked, it doesn't demonstrate that at all. But yeah, back to Lyra and the shape.
But she's also another one that they called up too soon and didn't know what to do with her.
That's right.
But also too, the two titles that they gave the women, they also did not set them up for stories for real either. I feel like most of the titles, actually, to be honest, have been stagnant. I think they're not pushing them correctly. It's one thing to have people have streaks and longevity, right? There's another thing just to, because you don't have a story, just put them on them and then be like, I'm gonna let you hold that for a while.
Give them nothing to do. Give them nothing to do. You might as well just take pictures at home with it. Take pictures and put them on IC. I mean, on IG or on like, at this point, OnlyFans. Like, I mean, what are you doing with the little belt somewhere? Made no sense. I'm gonna just take pictures of myself in a belt and no clothes. Like, fam, really? That's what they're doing with the titles instead of defending them. That's what they're doing.
Is that where we're at right now?
I feels like that's where we are. That's where it feels like where we are. Bayley versus Becky, but Bayley crashing out on Becky with the split. You know what? That's right, girl. 100%. Because we know Bayley what happened to her split personality? Where'd it go? Because she should have been about ready to beat Lyra's behind for walking away from her in the middle of an interview. I was like, oh, so you forgot we was talking? Like, she couldn't have just thrown her into a wall and have Lyra be like, what the? What? And her be like, oh, hi, how you doing? Like, she never did it. Like, that. Give me something like that. Like, hi, good morning. Like, you just threw me into a wall, girl. Like, I ain't talking to you. Have her come down to ringside during the title match and have her mess up with Lyra and have this all have been a scheme for her to get back the title. Looky here. We over here booking. Listen, there's stories to be told here. You got to tell them. Because you have too many amazing women to not be able to tell the story. Just take the pictures with the title for 3 months until we book you. You are not wrong. Not wrong.
I mean, like, didn't Mandy Moore do stuff like that? I don't know. I know she has
Mandy Rose.
Whatever her name is. What I say, Mandy Moore? Listen. It's late.
Y'all know where it's late. We be making up words and people and associations. What is happening over here? Okay. Let's see. Lyra going for herself is going to bring the crazy Bayley out. Yeah, but why I had to take all that? Like, Bayley should have been flipping back and forth in the middle of the matches. Like, this is something that could have consistently been a point in the story. Her flipping out could have cost them the tag team titles. Like, there were points to be made with this personality and how it impacts them. But did they do that? No.
In the beginning, they did. Where Lyra was like, I don't know which version I'm getting of you. Oh, we good? Okay. No, we're not? Okay. I think, but I mean, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, that's right. Make a parent. You know what? You're so right. Let me bring this to a Super Bowl, to the finals, to other sporting events, because y'all know I don't follow all that. So wherever y'all people are, NASCAR, we're just gonna all be here. with the title.
NASCAR.
And then we're gonna let other people carry the title for us because we ain't defended it, so it's yours. Like, yay! So exciting. Makes no sense. It makes zero sense, and I'm really frustrated that this is where we are. Why is that where we are? After this entire, after the evolution, after all of the things, the women's revolution, after all of that, why is this where we are? I know. Her talking about Mandy Moore, y'all. She got me singing Candy in my head. I ain't gonna play it. We're gonna get in trouble, so I won't do it.
But then that technically goes with them being on OnlyFans, because then never mind.
I don't know where she's going with this. All right, can we talk about Cody and Gunther though? I know we just skipping around, but Cody and Gunther, I will tell you one thing though. I did appreciate Cody winning in a very shady way. I will say that. I did feel like, again, we might be leading somewhere because he was real shady about this. You knew where you was at in the ring. She right.
You know why? Because it is midnight over here on the East Coast. That's why.
Mm-hmm. Did he know? Did he really know?
Oh, here's your
Oh my God, you and the defending of the Cody. Not the defending.
Listen, leave him alone. He won. A win is a win. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it is. I'm not saying that. Y'all know y'all having fun with us. Thank you. Y'all know y'all having fun. It's okay. What is anyway, the point is, even if he I still think he saw it. Ain't no way. How he ain't see? First of all, when you're a veteran in the ring, you know darn well that you're not supposed to have that leg under the rope. Did he pay off the referee? Can we see Gunther doing some research? Being did you pay the referee? This is a good opportunity to use those deep fakes. You know what I'm saying? To be look, Cody was in the back talking to the referee and he gave him some money and that's why this happened. And then if you want that feud to continue, now that would be funny. To be is Cody a bad guy and Gunther a good guy? Where would we be with that confusion? And you're right, it should have ended in a count out, but they would stay here we're not going to count people out. Y'all can't just enforce the rules occasionally either. It's confusing. Especially since y'all seem to cultivate time with new fans more than older fans. So you should know better. You need to be consistent because we don't know. I'm just saying. But other than that, I thought that match was fantastic. I thought that Gunther and Cody was far better than I thought it would be. What?
Nothing. I'm cool. I'm chilling.
Anyway, I thought it was better than I expected, but I am a little confused with. I'm telling you, you know what I'm talking about, girl. We could have made it work. I feel like there's more of the story with Gunther and Cody, but whatever happened to this legend career, whatevs killer situation they had Gunther in? So why was he retiring people and then suddenly stop? Hey, Dalton, why did we suddenly stop? Did he decide that it didn't work no more? Did we forget it happens? Can he retire Brock? I mean, I have questions. Listen,
wait, hold on.
I could be here all day.
My question is, what happened to the original legend killer? Where'd he go?
He on vacation. He said so on his ex. He said he on vacation, mind your business. Because people was asking where he at, and he was like, I'm on vacation, thanks though. So just so you know, I was on X, and that's how I found it. You follow me some Randy Orton. I don't play about Randy, I be nosy. So I'm as soon as they was somebody had reported Randy is hurt or whatever, and Randy was or enjoying his summer vacation. I'm sorry, Dalton. We don't want you to be depressed.
Yeah, why are you depressed? Hold on, time out. What's happening? What's going on?
We don't want you to be depressed. We want you to be part of the Discord. We want you to be part of the energy that we are sharing, because it's not that everything was bad. And I really want to point that out, because I did think their match was great. It just had some points that made me question what the heck was going on. That's all. And the ending was tragic if they don't follow it up with something dramatic. Like, this is your moment, Cody. You wanted to have a cinematic moment like the Bloodline or whatever. This is the time. Go ahead and get us that deep fake video and get in here. Like, get in here and argue your innocence with the big words and watch what happens. Because the fans they might turn, they might not. You're going to have them people who ride with you forever. You have them people who love Gunther. I'm just saying, this will be a story. Look at us booking. I mean, y'all could use any of these and we'd be grateful. Because at least there'll be stories on the table. Anyhow. I don't want WWE to stress you out. It's still wrestling. It's still supposed to be fun. You don't gotta love everything. That's why we're here, to talk through. We love y'all. We love you too, Dalton. You know these things. We adore you. You know what? Okay. You're so right. I like this. Because they have been teasing Sammy and Cody for a minute and nothing has been going on. So I do love that. And then can you imagine a 3-way with Gunther, Cody, and Sammy?
I don't know. I don't want that.
That would be insane.
Would it?
I do think so. I think that would be insane, because I think Gunther, you saw how many times I thought he had cracked Cody's chest with how many times he gave him that chop. Okay, I was like, Cody about to be in here with that black and blue peck again, messing around with Gunther's chops. I feel like that mix would be interesting. Am I the only one, Caroline? You can tell me about
No, I feel like they're definitely teasing the Sammy and Cody semi feud. They're friends, but not really frenemies. I don't really know what's happening with that, but
right,
and quick, that would be good,
wouldn't it? I mean, amazing. I feel like there's so many stories to tell. I guess this is my opportunity to complain about Brock and Opa.
Can I say something first before you go into your monologue?
Yes, please. Yes, you may. You're welcome to.
Because I know you're about to be a whole monologue.
Y'all know how I felt. Y'all was watching me that day.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. What I will say is, for him to be retired, but still came back. And one, I will say this, for him to do a punk ass move by attacking him from the back to be able to get this match. And then once he got the match, toss my ruler around like he was a rag doll was unacceptable. Unacceptable. However, I'm so happy he did not break his arm, because I was driving while we were watching this and I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. But I'm not happy. So I hope when they do their rematch, Oba puts him down and puts him all the way down, where now he has no room to even come back or even go back to MMA. Like, he just fully retires and goes into deep hiding because he was beat by a black man. All right, I'm done. You can go ahead now.
Who is getting the monologue today? That I'm a hold on that thought, but read something in the chat because I need time to come through this. So, okay, now I'm gonna have a whole nother monologue. Let's talk about this, please. WTF, Johnny? You have been laying down for a year or two at this point. Like, it's starting to feel like that's all you do is lay down in the back. Now he is showing signs of life. He touched the bottle. He looked at Sammy one time. He didn't look at his wife when she was telling him to get up. So I have thoughts and feelings about that as a wife. Like, are you kidding? Like, do that if you want to, and you won't be sleeping nowhere near this house. Anyway, but I'm so sick of Johnny. Can he get us? Is Sammy going like reanimate him like he's from the dead and we are in a paranormal situation? Like anytime now, Johnny, you could get up and do great things. And yes, he is still laying on the daggone thing. Yes, Dalton, he is laying there still. But you're right. Maybe this is something because he has been bonding. So I'm wondering, like, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Maybe he'll cement Sammy something by coming out and saving him and being the savior. I don't know. Anyway. Y'all know Brock was going to get his leg back before Oprah. Okay, now I can come back to this. Let me tell y'all. How dare you? How dare you make fun of the tradition of putting your boots in the ring? Only to be like, my bad, I changed my mind. Why not have just come back and picked them up at the end? Or just walked out of the ring and said nothing to anyone and submitted your resignation? Why go through all of this pageantry? So now when he says he's going to like quit again, are we going to believe him? No. How can he say that he's not going to be here anymore? That is traditionally the way wrestlers indicate that they are done. So what would he have to do to indicate that he's done? Now that he's done that already, is my point. So like, fine for the storyline, stupid execution. And if he decided after the fact that he wanted to come back, or TKO or WWE or whoever decided they wanted him back, y'all should have had a better way to tell the story. This was stupid. It was stupid, and it was basically spitting on the face of many legends and many wrestling fans who have cried and mourned and been sad about many of our legends leaving their boots in the ring, including Triple H. So make it make sense for me. Sorry, that's my monologue. I also didn't appreciate them 7 F5s, and it's some nonsense. It was overkill, in my opinion. It was overkill. But there we go. Stop saying. You know what I did love, though? Rhea and Jade. This is one of the first times that I feel like Jade stood in her greatness. I feel like we've been pretty hard on Jade on this show a lot of times, even though I love her. Tanisha, not as much.
If I say we, I feel like it was.
I just said not as much.
Oh, not giving me the mama face.
Excuse me. But yes, mostly Tanisha. Definitely Tanisha. All the time Tanisha. But I feel like this is the first time that I saw her really be that heel that I was expecting. That leader of a faction that I was expecting. However, how dare you give the leader of the faction a faction and have her lose? Like, what? What? Incorrect. I wasn't pleased. Because it makes Jade's faction seem ineffective. And that's not the energy you want to be giving. We're not giving Fatal Influence that energy. So why would we be giving Jade, Michin, and B-Fab that energy? That doesn't make sense.
Tell you why.
I know you can't, but hold. They're a dominant faction too. Or they should be. They should not be a bunch of misfits that were put together. Jade is going on her little press circuit talking about how they're going to be a great team and how she plucked them and they're going to be these great collaborators. And you over here doing nonsense with this faction that you still refuse to name, may I add. Okay, go ahead. What you going to say? Why? I know you know why, but I'm here. What's up?
It's because they're black.
I don't even know why I pretended that's not what she was saying.
I mean, let's think about it. Let's just think about it. And I'm not trying to throw the race card out there, but I'm just saying, if we're thinking about the women in the stories and all these different things, why wouldn't they call them baddies? Because you have to acknowledge that they're actually good looking and that they can draw a crowd, right? Then two, why did we actually bring JC Jade up with her whole crew and they came out looking like superstars while we are still having superstars look like mediocre people. This is the one time I'm probably going to praise Jade. Okay, I'm not gonna don't get used to it. I promise you. But she has been doing the work. She has been seeming like she's coming into her own without anyone particular, right? And then to give, I think they should have definitely let Jade get the title back, and then let that story. Is this nigga snoring? Anyway, sorry, that threw me off for a second. I was like, what is happening? I think they should explore the rivalry between Jade and Charlotte, right?
Yes.
Because that was one of the pivotal points that was about Jade coming in, right? It was either her going to go against Bianca or her going against Charlotte. And I think, especially that one time when they crossed paths and Jade kind of went off script a little bit and was like, that's how you bring the storytelling back in, right? And then, of course, that's where they keep going back and forth. And then let Jade and Rhea fight for the title, right? Because I think Charlotte is actually happy, not really chasing the title or feeling like she has to chase the title or whatever. She's becoming her own. I ain't gonna hold you. I felt like, at Clash of in Italy or whatever, she looked like Mariah Carey. I was like, oh, look at you with the little butterfly chain and you got the little. I was
I
like,
agree.
you need a
I
mic
agree.
and sing.
I thought the same
But
thing.
this little love dove relationship that Charlotte and Rhea is having, I feel like we see it coming from a mile away that Charlotte's going to backstab her at some point to try to get the title. And I think that shouldn't have happened right now. I think that should be a Jade and Charlotte thing. And
okay.
I'm not quite sure where I'm going with this because it is late and my brain just shut down because that's what it does.
Why do you always do this? She be in the middle.
Of a good monologue too. I'd be like,
it was great.
Yeah, and then it just went.
I'm gonna need you to learn how to land the plane. Not nail the plane, but land the plane. Jesus. Anyway, I get what you're saying. Jade has done the work, and I thought you made a lot of solid points in a sense of like making that team mediocre. You absolutely did for no reason. It makes no sense because you just put them together. So why put them together and make them ineffective? You know what? I do call them baddies. I ain't gonna hold you. I do it every time I'm on TV, but I know we just haven't named it. That's what it is.
But the fact that he said call them baddies, like, why? That's just crazy. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, I think I'm gonna pull this one up because I think that's a good point. Let's see, Dalton, you can ask us whatever. Y'all know you need to know the deal. Meechin and B-Fab are doing it out of necessity. Okay, even more of a reason for them to be better than average, right? Like. Mm-hmm. Why would you need her if you're still losing? Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make sense. Honestly, I don't understand why they didn't stay against Jade. More was developing that way than it is now. I mean, yeah, I guess. But except it's not. Okay, so here's where we ran into this problem. So then they both got injured. And then they came back. And then she slaughtered both of them in the ring. And then eventually we started seeing them behind the scenes together. And then they came together. And by the way, that outfit, amazing. Y'all looked so good. They looked so good. I'm ignoring her because,
Hold on, wait. Which one was it where they were like Michael Jackson? That was
no, that was Saturday Night Main Event. That was not.
Okay, I didn't like that one. This one, that was fine. Okay, that's all right.
Her ruining as well, and then wondering why she needs. Anyway, the point is, listen, they had so much potential, and they still do, and they look like a unit. So allow them to be a successful unit. Like, let's not do this retribution nonsense anymore. Like, let's make a faction a dominant faction until you no longer need them to be dominant. You know who doesn't need to be a dominant faction? Judgment Day. They should have been disbanded, but here we are. Yes, and yes. 100%. We've had this conversation a lot of times. No one can book women like women. We understand each other. We understand the psychology of women. We can tell the stories of women. And I would argue not just women, but multicultural women. You need a sense of diversity in that locker room that matches the diversity that you have. In the writer, in the locker room, they should be mirroring each other so that you know how to tell these stories. When you get a lot of people who are writing TV shows and they're writing sitcoms, that is not the same as writing a wrestling story. Storytelling is an art. So I would argue, instead of getting these people from TV, you find these people who are writing stories out there in the world. You find these people who are writing some of these wrestling fan fictions. You find some of these writers who are writing about wrestling in a publication. And you're going to find your real group of writers who should be telling these stories. Because not only do they have the stories, they also have the historical knowledge to be able to say, like, we could tell this story again in a whole different way. Especially with women and all the diversity. I know that we're a little bit aligned at this time with the Trump of it all. But like, there's so many really good stories that they could be telling about people who were in love and fell apart, or people who, you know, their best friend is dating this person or that person, or I don't like you just because you was just in my face. I don't like you because that one time we did this thing back in when we started working together. You bring out the pictures of them back in the day. We used to be best friends and now we hate. Like, there's so many stories you could tell with a real foundation, and they don't have that foundation. And that is scary to me. It is scary to me because you have so much talent going to waste, and there's only so many places they can go. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to argue AEW is having the same problem. They don't know how to tell women's stories either. We got Tekla and the rest of them. That's what I call it. Tekla and the rest. Because that girl got a story. The rest of them, though, not necessarily notable. I know politics has ruined everything for us. Like, sheesh. Sheesh capiche. By the way, I forgot to mention this to y'all. Did y'all hear Mick Foley's conversation about politics and what somebody told him from when he was calling to quit, I guess, working with WWE? Did y'all hear this story?
I don't remember it.
So what happened was Mick Foley, remember he released that statement and basically was like, I'm about to be out because of the political environment I'm currently in. Mm-hmm. Well, apparently somebody higher up in WWE called him. It was like, yeah, good for you. I hear you. But like, here's the story. Like, Triple H is only in it so he can do the fitness initiative, which he's really passionate about. And he's like, and then also like the other complaint that Mick had was that Linda McMahon is a part of the administration. I don't know what she's doing. Sorry. And so Mick says, he goes, well, I hear you about Triple H and that, but I don't believe it because there's still more ties than not to the White House lately. And then secondly, her name's McMahon. So anytime she's involved in the politics, well, there you go.
Reflect back to WWE.
So I was like, shout out to Mick for standing on business, because he said he ain't doing it. He said he'll be back maybe when the administration is currently out of office. So, like, listen, thank you, Mick, for being real with us. You get your money, but you do it in a proper and appreciative way. And I am very appreciative of you standing up for what you believe in and still getting paid. Anyhow, sorry, I just wanted to share that thought with you. Respectfully, nah, we ain't got to say respectfully F politics all the time. Don't put politics and my wrestling together. Unless we're doing what you used to do back in the day. You know what I'm saying? When we used to have that Sergeant Slaughter and the Hulk Hogan. And by that, I mean the storyline, not the people, please. Okay. The storyline and not the people. And remember, we had Yokozuna, Bret Hart, and then Hulk Hogan. Like, we did these stories multiple times. I don't mind the storyline presence of it. I mind the actual presence of it pulling the politics, especially since we stopped celebrating diversity days, but we're going to continue celebrating other days that serve us. Anyway, moving on.
Let's talk
I love
about
that match. Let's talk about what?
Roman and Jacob.
Sweet Jesus, that match was brutal.
But it was
All right,
great.
But it was what?
But it was great. They did their thing. They did it. They did.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It was really good. I was like, you know what? Maybe we've been waiting for Roman and Jacob for a long time, I feel like. And seeing them finally deliver in that manner was really impressive, but also brutal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I keep telling y'all, we had tried to warn Jacob that this was a thing. You know what I'm saying? Roman will beat you into submission. We saw what happened with Jay, and I'm going to repeat what I said on X. Jay is just so happy that somebody is more hard-headed than him so that he can watch Jacob crumble under the pressure. Like, he is so happy watching Jacob lose. I ain't never seen nobody who is so happy to watch your family member fall in line. He like, you know what? Finally, somebody else. Because Jimmy said, I ain't doing it. It won't be me. He ain't even do that. He was like, oh, I hear you. We could be aligned a little. But the way that Roman decisively beat Jacob was impressive. And he did it alone.
That's important.
So
that's the
important
key component. He did that alone. He didn't have one person. And this is why I feel like this is, even though it's not the Bloodline, but I call it the Bloodline remix, where it's, because Roman's trying to silence everybody that he can do this by himself and still have them back there, but he can do this by themselves. And the fact that the Usos actually like, you know what? Well, you got it. We ain't gonna come out there at all.
Oh.
Even if you getting beat up after, we ain't coming. You got this.
Thank you. He's like, even if you get beat up after, we gonna be in the back eating. We not gonna be here to support you because you said you had this, so we want to make sure you got this. Because we not gonna be here. Like, that was wild. I was like, just because I tell you not to come out now does not mean like leave me to the defenses of getting beat all the way down. All right, let me tell you something. You gotta go back and watch this because this was incredible. Like, that first story that started with Roman coming back and taking the title at SummerSlam, and then all the shenanigans with Jay, all of them, when we were in the, what's it called? When we were in that setup that we all hated where there was only TVs, Thunderdome, something like that.
I don't know.
I don't remember what it was called. Sorry. I think we all blocked it out after it was over. It was real rough. But like, it was so good that it was must-see TV. And then when we got to the end of the Bloodline, the first Bloodline story, it started to kind of wean off because they didn't end it as strongly. And honestly, it was a little tiring of having the same ending every time. The Bloodline can't beat you up at the end of every match. Like, how many times is Roman going to have them come in a different hoodie? Like, I would burn all black hoodies and never these. If I was one of the opponents, I'd be like, absolutely. Great. I'm glad you did. Because we did too. We went back and covered it for an episode as well. But like, it was incredible in real time. So give me what I would like now. This is what I want. I want Roman, the Usos, Jacob. And then I want a few members of MFT, not everybody. Like,
there's only 3 left. So I
know, but I don't want everybody. Like, respectfully.
So
or
you only
disrespectfully.
You only want one because I don't think the other one.
I want Tama Tonga. I don't necessarily. Yeah, I'm not really into Tala Tama like that, but yeah, and Solo. Tala Tama. I want. No, they got so many names that's hard. Like, no, I want the one that had the match with. Thank you, Thunderdome. Thank you. I wanted the one who had the match with Shinsuke. Is it Tama Tonga? I believe so.
The one who's starting to rebel and be like, You doing too
Yeah,
much?
that one. That's what I want. I want him, but I also can't wait till Roman beats Solo in submission because he already told them that they next. And if you was watching, like I was watching at the end of Clash in Italy, he played no games about what we can expect. And thank you for coming to work and clocking in full time because we ready. And when he builds this entire new unit, he can go on vacation. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be running everything. You can just split them up between Raw and SmackDown and have them run everything. And anyone out there who is hating, too bad. Because I am ready. I ain't sad. Too bad for you. Go back and watch why it was brilliant the first time and tell me what kind of brilliance existed since it's been gone. And I'll wait.
And this is also different because Roman actually is getting beat down.
Yes.
And not getting, no one's interfering to try to, he's at, like, if we watched how this story unfolded, Jacob, how many times did Jacob leave him in that ring? Coughing.
A lot. Too many.
Gasping for air. Even during that match, he still was like, oh, he's like, oh, I'm dying. Like, I don't even know how to express how that probably would feel to know that your windpipe is getting crushed in the process.
Me either. It was insane and terrible. I was like, is he breathing? We need to be kind to Roman. And they love him so much. Like the way they love him around the world, I am like, that does not compare to anyone else on that roster. It's not that they don't love Cody and they don't love Seth, but not the way they love Roman. That would be crazy, but again, I'm ready. You know what? I'm wondering where Royce Keys is going to be. Like, I've been trying to figure this up. Figure this out. Out. Thank you. I was trying to figure this out because I'm like, hold up. What are you doing exactly, Royce? Like, and I like that we're finally taking his story from I'm a poor black kid to who grew up in the worst of circumstances to I am now really a force on the roster. Can we focus more on that? Thank you. Because not to say nothing about that, but I'm sick of that story. I think it was good to cover it one time. We went to the Stephanie podcast. There's no need to continue to relive and rehash the fact that he was a poor black kid in the project, because many of us were.
I'm about to say, can we, it's cool and it's happy that you made it out of the projects. Not saying I was ever raised in the projects, but
I was pretty close.
This is where
I was pretty close. I grew up seeing some serious crimes outside my window and like walking in the midst of them. Like if y'all knew how I grew up and the things that I saw as I was walking through the actual projects to my house right next door, then you would understand. But you know what I did? Made better life choices. So that I also did not end up there because I was not about to be beaten or be out of anybody's game. That was not my life choice. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
I don't remember what I was going to say now. Let's go to Raw.
Thank you. Wait, there's one last thing I want to talk about. Is that it? Did we cover it all? I think we did. All right, let's get into Monday Night Raw because Jesus, clearly we tired. We've been already talking about it, I feel like. I feel like we've been already talking about Monday Night Raw. So the fact that Raw kicked off with Roman and Jacob was amazing. Shout out to Jay for that amazing haircut because you were looking fired. Not gonna complain. You were looking great, but not just them. They all looked good on Monday, and then the fact that they let off with this really like moment. Like normally, y'all know I don't start Raw at the right time. I'll be back later. But as soon as I saw that Roman was starting it off, I was fascinated. And then the way, again, that Jay was so pleased to watch Jacob be struggling to acknowledge Roman was wild. The joy in that man was like contagious. Like, I'm like, why are we happy to see Jacob grovel? But not just that. Jacob's promo was everything. His hesitation, his frustration, and ultimately his acceptance, right? So it was excellent storytelling. And I can't wait till Roman makes him a champion because I'm ready. Jacob had that temporary championship situation, and then they took it away, and he ain't never been back towards it. So if you don't mind, please make my Jacob an actual champion and a dominant one, because he's already that. So just crown him with the title is how I feel. And the thing I'm excited about is because, you know, in Roman's orbit, greatness follows, right? Championships follow. Like he said, he be feeding the whole family. He be feeding the whole family. Okay?
You feed my family. So, I'm sorry.
She like this. Y'all know what? I don't. If you like this, Jesus. I don't know. We're getting to the end of this. Don't worry. We gonna make it.
Not that part. Nah.
Listen. The point is, I'm excited for that. I'm excited about where Jacob is going to go on this run. And I'm even more excited the way Roman approached Jay and told him, like, I know she is laughing, the way that he told Jay, like, I want you to go and win this King of the Ring tournament. It's good for Jay to be in the King of the Ring tournament because he's currently not a champion. Thank you.
But is he going to win?
No. That's another story.
We're all clear about that. Okay.
No, he is not going to win, but we love you anyway. And you're going to disappoint Roman, which ain't going to go well. But you know what? Maybe it will. Maybe he's learned from his lessons and he won't lose his mind when you don't win the King of the Ring tournament. Because I'm pretty sure Jay's qualifying matches against somebody who is like epic and ready. Who is it? Like the one I would typically pick. I'm going to come back and look at that ring thing again. But like on the bracket, I don't know why they would put Jay in this fatal 4-way because it's not one that he's like.
Well, did they put Montez in there? Because I mean, they overlooking that Negro.
Fair, but like, no, I'm excited for that, and then I like that he told Jimmy to stay back and make Jay do it by himself because you know we all know when people help you and you don't do it yourself, there's not that sense of achievement. And then, what you doing with Jimmy? Anybody else curious about that part of the story? Because I was like, what we gonna let Jimmy do?
Can he get the, you know, what he should get? The Intercontinental Championship. My brain was definitely about to go.
He's going against LA Knight.
Well,
but Jay's going against LA Knight?
That's what it looks like.
It's a fatal 4-way. So let me see. I'm sorry. It's a fatal 4-way. So ladies, let me know who else is in that ring because of the match. Because I was like, is Trick in that one too?
Royce Keys and Finn Balor.
See what I mean? This is it's not a
not Evelyn coming with the facts. She said, I got you.
I'm here to help.
You know.
Thank you.
I'm up. I'm here. These kids are asleep. I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's do it. Yeah, wait till y'all see on the Patreon the behind the scenes from today. Y'all are not ready. But we even got our baby niece acknowledging.
Definitely.
She out of nowhere. Acknowledge our tribal chief. So we might have to send him that video because we want him to know that we all down. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so yeah, I thought that was such an excellent segment. Anything about that made you guys excited just to see them all?
No, I think we covered it.
Oh, here's another story. Apparently, WWE had no firm King of the Ring winner decided when the brackets were revealed. Does that sound surprising to anybody? No. They don't know what be going on. They just be putting people in there. Like, but also my concern is Oba's in there. Like, listen, this is a problem. Cool. This one's a problem. Like, how are we going to manage a tournament when Oba has been this unstoppable force up until now? So unless Brock is going to come out and costume it, we in trouble. So I was like, ouch. This is, you know, I'm just saying we could be in trouble. And I don't like that for him. I don't like that for him. But, and also Trick is in it. Like, I keep trying to tell y'all, King of the Ring should be a heel. It works best that way. It really does.
Yeah.
Anytime they're a baby face, it's no fun. However, how else would we have loved King Booker the way we did? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
That's true.
There's just some magic about that. So yeah, I am excited about that. All right, let's see what else is on this list to talk about. That match was phenomenal with Penta and Carmelo Hayes and Solo and Oba. And I especially enjoyed that Oba continued his entrance. He was like, let me just break y'all down a little bit and continue my entrance in the ring. No, Montez is not in the King of the Ring tournament. Also an oversight. Thank you very much. Also an oversight. Hi, Candace. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we just said that. Dom is out here. You weren't here for the earlier, so make sure you check in earlier. But we had a whole diatribe about Dom and Liv and how they don't know what to do with them right now. And they're just there, taking up space and not stories, which is stupid. So yes, I really feel like that was a good match. And I wasn't expecting it to be a 4-way. I was so confused when I looked at the bracket. It was like, oh, it's 4 people, not 2. Because I'm used to it being 2 match, the one-on-one matches. So it took me a while to figure that out. But that match was amazing. And then the women's was 2. Like, what?
It was.
What, EO? However, from EO, Julia, Roxanne, and Lash, did you think EO was the right one to win?
I don't know. I felt like Lash did her thing. But I don't know. I don't know if EO was the right one to win. I think they're trying to give her shot, which she very well may have earned. But I don't know. I don't know if that would have been my pick. How about you?
Yeah. But I also, I'm down for Julia. Like, I'm like, to see how she like really actually performs. Like, I'm excited that she had her new haircut and she was with her Italian people and she was bringing that energy, because I feel like maybe that'll give her the actual like boost that we need to see her. And maybe that'll give creative enough interest to show her how she's actually in the ring. And because I don't know what was going on. I don't know what we got going on here in creative, but I was really hoping they would have figured that out. So I would have liked Julia or Roxanne to win, actually, because I know Liv is also in the tournament. And I felt like if you had to have Roxanne versus Liv, that would be another fast track way to get Judgment Day defeated and broken irrevocably, because I need them to break up already anytime now. Like, that would be helpful. So I almost wanted, like I said, Roxanne or Julia were the people I wanted to win instead of EO. Even though I like EO and I think she's amazing, but she's always in the story. She's always the function of the story. That is what I am concerned with, Candace, is like, no thank you. And I say this from like a place of real honesty. Like, no thank you. I think EO's brilliant, but do I think she needs to win the King of the Ring tournament? No. Or the Queen of the Ring tournament? No. I would like to see Roxanne be Queen of the Ring. Really? Like, if I really had to figure out who I think would be a great Queen of the Ring, Roxanne would be magic. Can you imagine her being all spoiled? like, that would be crazy to see her do that. People are saying Stephanie is going to come back and cosplay. Yes, I think that's likely, because we just talked about how Liv is going to go back into a program with Stephanie. But I still don't think Liv deserved to be in that tournament, because no champion should be in that tournament. None. It don't make sense. Like, you have too many people out there ready to be in a tournament to just, and ones that we haven't seen together. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, you could have mixed it up a little bit more, so we could have seen like people against other people and seeing like test new connections and new rivalries. I feel like that would have been the moment for some of this testing that we're not getting. And so just putting champions in it was just crazy. Okay, what else we got? Can I tell you how much I love Ethan Page and Ruca? But more Ethan Page than anything, because the energy that he gives is dastardly like villain, and he's so good at it. Thank you. See, that's where I would have loved that. That would have made me so happy. Exactly. See, this is why they need to call me. Okay, we could talk through these things. I am happy to give you my recommendations. Just saying. But I really like the way Ethan Page is kind of manipulating everyone right now. And I wonder how long Rusev is going to stay underneath like his spell, because he already warned Ethan like tick tick, like the second you mess up, I'm gonna bury you. So I'm like, ooh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna go on? I can't wait to see like how long that's gonna last. But Ray is out here still kicking. Okay, like
Man is never retiring.
Is Ivy or Jordan in the Queen? No, they're not. No. See what I mean about not having the right members in this tournament? Yeah, we found out Jordan wasn't in it earlier. Tonight we talked about it. And Ivy is out here winning bodybuilding titles. So, yeah. Like, not that I think that should have any standing on her wrestling, but maybe like they weren't using her, so she had to go out there. Ooh, Sheamus is posting? Ooh.
You know, I forgot Sheamus was even in WWE. That is crazy.
Stop.
What? I did. He
I
not
forgot.
even. I did. When was the last time we seen Sheamus?
Perfect.
No,
It's been a long time. But like,
okay.
I mean, I would have found out if they released him. Like, I feel like we would have known. Like, damn.
He could have been backstage and catering or helping.
You're right. He should have been at this point.
People, whoever they.
You know what they need to add? A catering cam. That's what they need to add. Because at this point, I want to know who in the back and what they eating. Because, I mean, can you be a backstage correspondent? They need to send Kelly and them over there with the catering cam. He's injured. That's what I thought, Candace, is that same Sheamus was out injured. He's probably training to come back. So I'm hoping like that's what this little bottleneck is. And we talked about LA Knight because that was the funniest thing. But let's take a moment for Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, because can I first say we need to dead this Vision situation?
Please.
Do not put not another person in the Vision, because it is cursed. So you got to dismantle the Vision, astigmatism, whatever y'all want to call it. It gotta go. It cannot be here anymore. Yep, that's what they calling it online. Don't ask me. Welcome. If you visit my thread, you'll see. It's very funny. But it's crazy. They need to like cut it out. Don't add Maxine, because God forbid I want the blood of Jesus and some holy water bathed on her before she end up in the Vision. Okay, because I'm scared for her. She just got married. She don't need no things. I ain't gonna even say the word. She don't need to have no issues. Do not put her in that group. And get Austin Theory out as soon as possible. He just got back. So can we just dismantle what this is called, or just rename it something else? I don't know. Name it the Pressure, or just let it be something pressure related, because he's the only one left. Him and Braun, and we saw Braun limping around. I hope he's okay. We did see him limping around in Italy. They had like a video of him backstage. And he, see, other people call it astigmatism, and it's not just me. Not me. They had him limping around in the hotel with people, like I think Jessica was there trying to help him out, and a few other people were trying to like help him walk. I'm like, he just got back. Get him out that group too. Get him out. Yes, I'm gonna send that to you. She said Timu is already taken. Listen, send help. I need them to dismantle this group before anybody else is a victim. It's like, when people tell you not to do something, like go over the Bermuda Triangle and you keep doing it, like, duh. What do you think is going to happen to you? You're probably going to go missing. So I'm just saying, let's make better life choices. Yes, he does need to decrease his intensity by, I would say, more than 25%, Candace. I would say he need to go by a good 35%. Stop running around and tackling people. Have a wrestling match for once. because poor Seth looked like he was barely standing up too. I was worried about Seth. I was like, sir, I don't think you should have been in this match neither. I can't with you. I can't with you. I can't with her. So I'm just saying, like, please don't. I hope he's okay. And I'm really worried that he's not, because he just got back. And if you saw that video, it was rough. I think I retweeted it on X. He was in bad condition.
Mm.
But I think a lot of that is because we talked about, like, when you don't have the reps, you do get hurt, right? So, and his intensity is something to behold. He goes out every time he's there with that same, like, intensity, that same, I'm going to run until I knock you the breath out of your body and hurt you. Like, I just wish, I hope he's okay. That's all. I just hope he's okay. And dismantle the vision. All right. What do you think about Seth and Braun?
I was happy that he beat him.
Okay.
But I agree that they need to dismantle them, because at this point they have no more members. They only have 2. And then Paul Heyman is doing triple or double duty.
Quadruple duty at this point.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna hold you. I did like, was that this time or was that last week when he knocked him into the when I did, was it this week when Seth moved and Braun took him out?
Mm-hmm.
I was very actually excited. I was like, "Ooh!"
He looked kind of hurt.
He didn't move much after that, though. No. And I'm going in my head. Paul Heyman chose Seth in the Vision, and he has been injured more times than he was when he was with the Bloodline. They protected their wise man. Somehow, no one's protecting the Advocate or the Article or the whatever they call it.
Oracle.
Whatever. He should be called an Article because he's an artifact. Yo, it's time for me to go.
That help. All right. What do you say? You got anything else sad, Kevin? We move on.
No, how he won with him running into the title was epic, heel behavior. But, that's Seth for you.
Seth has always I told you, I clearly have daddy issues. Me and love the villain. I love the villain all day, every day. And so the more that Seth acts like a villain, the more I appreciate it. You got to win by any means necessary, as long as your name ain't Cody Rhodes. Okay.
Just Cody out of this.
Whoa.
I just want you to know this Montez behavior thing they got going on.
You know what? It's a means to get what they need.
Okay.
But we all know how the story's going to end. Seth is going to turn on them eventually at some point. So,
we know who Seth is. He always the same. And, like, you already know. So there's really no me. Like, I'm like, listen, Montez, you better be the one who turned first. You know what I'm saying? You the one who clocked the situation. So do what you need to do to get ahead, and then do what you got to do for, Seth and them. Also, the Vision needs to, like, get rid of the titles. They need to, like, relinquish them at this point, because if Braun is sincerely hurt, or he could be hurt, I don't think he need to be doing double duty because Logan Paul is out. Like, just relinquish them daggone tag team titles and actually create a tournament for a tag team division that is severely lacking since you fired everybody. Sorry, I think I am getting mad.
I was going to say he needs to be by his wife, how she did some dirt without getting her hands dirty.
You mean Becky?
I'm talking about Montez. I'm talking about Montez.
Oh, here we go. She's still on this, that Bianca did the whole Naomi thing. You know what? I actually agree with you on that. So, it was smart. It's brilliant. And if she truly is the EST, of course, she's going to be the best manipulator there is. So,
she's not the EST for no reason. Just saying.
Yeah, I respect it. All right. Couple things I want to talk about from NXT, because Jada and Natty had another face-to-face.
I think it was weak as hell.
Yep. I'm sick of it. First of all, I just want Natalya. I want to spend an hour media training Natalya. But I think a part of it is because when you have to learn a script, the way that you learn it is to repeat things. And so as she was reciting that situation where she was supposed to say to Jada, she just kept repeating herself because it's almost like I said, do you know the next line in your monologue? You might not. The Rock does this too, by the way. When he's trying to give a speech, he'd be repeating because that's a mnemonic device to help you remember where you were. The problem is when you're trying to give a promo and you say the same thing twice, it's like, ooh, whoops. We know you don't know what you want to say. I was giving her words while I was at home. I'm like, girl, don't say that. Say this instead. Like, no, don't repeat the same thing that you're scared. She's not scared. Let's find another thing that says it's close to scared, but ain't the same thing. You know what I mean? It was not where I wanted it to be. I felt like Jada should have punched her or something. Or especially the other Nikita Lyons and the other chick in the back, Carmen Petrovic. I don't remember her name. Haven't seen her in a while. She's been on Evolve, and I don't know why. That's another story. But anyway, Jada should have punched both of them in their face if she didn't at least hit Natty. Because you just gonna let chicks talk about you? No. Have you met Jada? She's just gonna let you talk junk about her and she gonna feel bad about herself and walk away? Incorrect.
But then this is where the one thing that she did say is that you're weak. Because Jada is now showing weakness. Now, don't get me wrong. I love me some Parker. But I need you to make sure you're standing on the line that you said, and I will repeat it. The standard that refuses to bend just because the room feels uneasy just because I stepped into it. Girl, they were uneasy, and you walked away.
Maybe that's part of the story, but I just don't I like the idea of her in a rivalry with Natty. And typically I enjoy the way NXT tells stories, but I don't know that I understand this story the way that I think it's intended to go, if that makes sense. So remember when her and Kalani, that got good after a while. They was out there in the performance center doing all the things. And I was like, oh, yes. But Jada is what Candace is saying. Essentially, she's built to be a heel. She's not built to be a baby face. So please stop that. It's okay. It's okay. Not everyone can go back and forth or should go back and forth. Jada and her energy will carry her with the fans as is. She's one of those people that they'll follow her good, bad, or indifferent, right? So I really feel like they just need to lean her back into that, let her get more comfortable with that, and then I'm hoping the work that she's doing with Natty at the dungeon, outside the ring, is going to translate into more in-ring growth. Because maybe that's what they're looking to see. I don't know. But I'm ready for Jada to move on. And especially as they're getting more and more people in the NXT locker room. And let's just move on, Jada. But to be fair, I don't want her to move on to a division that doesn't have storylines for her. So I'm a little bit torn where Jada is concerned. And I'm glad she's still in NXT in the sense that she can keep growing. But this story is dragging now. It needs something. It needs something to spice it up a little. And I'm like, does Natty, if she's truly a baby face, does Natty not attack her and leave her laying somewhere? We haven't gotten there with either one of them. Nobody's attacking anyone. It's almost like having two baby faces, which is boring. I need someone to cross the line. I need someone to do something where you no, she didn't. And I need it not to be words. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is. We done been in conversations with chicks and you just smack them. You don't even know it happened. They done said the wrong thing. And you just oh, now we about to be fighting. And I didn't mean to go here, but you push one button too many. So when we gonna get there? And why is it taking so long? Because she didn't take none of this out of Kalani. And Kalani's over there killing it with Lola. Ma'am. I just need more. I need more from Jada. And I don't know if it's a story or I don't know what it is right there. But I'm a noodle on it a little longer and see if I can come up with like what I think is missing. That means think.
I know.
I just want to confirm. You look crazy right there. She looked like, why did you say that?
It's a Fergie song got in my head. Anyway, go ahead. Come on, let's go. Never mind. It's a song that she says it in her thing with the noodle and the. Okay, never mind. It's okay.
Also, there was a great match with Zarya and Lizzie Rain. Definitely want to encourage you to see that. And now Zarya and Tatum are going to have a match next week, which is a terrible idea. But also, there is a Mr. NXT pageant with Shiloh, who has grown on me in an inexplicable way. I don't know why he's grown on me, but I am very amused with Shiloh and Tatum and their little friendship, because when Tatum got beat up by Zarya in the back, here comes Shiloh, get help. What? It's so cute. Those two together are very adorable. And so there's going to be a pageant with him and one of the new guys who I can't remember his name. Sorry. Don't. There's too many new people. He's the one who reminds me of Triple H. He's blonde and British or something. Sorry.
Oh, the one who looked like he looked like. Oh, I know who you're talking about. I don't remember his name either. But
Tristan, I want to say, is his name Tristan something? He just got their Angels. That's his name. Tristan Angels, which is why I wouldn't remember that, because those two words don't go together. They really don't. Sorry. Ooh, that was a hard choice to me to look at. Sorry, y'all. But anyway, yeah, so I can't wait for this little Mr. NXT pageant, because it's bound to be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And we're still in there with the dark state of it all, where Sugars got beat out of the gang, and then Dark State is in the back tussling with the season 2 winner of NXT, Jasper Troy. So I'm like, it was crazy. That whole situation was crazy. And then, of course, Tony defended his title against Cam Hendricks. Cam Hendricks is the one who's married to Maxine. I said his name earlier. I didn't know his last name. But he was one of my favorites from LFG. And by far, I thought, wow, I'm impressed. All right, y'all. We talked a lot about this. And what I will give you is a special episode of Kiara Hot Take so we can get into AEW. Because I have a lot to say about the Don Callis family, about how Kevin Knight is a new member, about Mercedes' return and her defeating Alex Windsor, and more Will Ospreay shenanigans. So I will record another episode of Kiara's Hot Takes, and we will talk about that later, because we have been rocking with y'all for 2 hours and almost 15 minutes, and we are all mothers, and I need to go to bed because I got work in the morning. So with that, we want to thank you for joining us for Main Event Mamas Live. We want to remind you that you can follow, like, subscribe. Our channels are everywhere. We're on Facebook. We're on X. We're on YouTube. We're on TikTok. We're on
Twitch.
Threads. We're on Twitch. Not right now. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. We're not on Twitch at the moment. Right.
Okay.
I don't know. Don't ask me.
Okay.
And you can also join our squad or our Patreon if you want to support us, or you want the backstage tea. Amen, Candace. Don't worry. That hot takes, it's going to be me and you. It's going to drop tomorrow. Don't worry. Because what is going on with the black hole that is the Don Callis family? I don't know. Anyway. So you can also join our Patreon when you want to support our podcast or get the behind the scenes, because wait till you see I drop the behind the scenes footage of today's recording. We also have an episode coming up on our adulting and parenting. We're talking summer flings. Do them, don't do them, or how to do them right. And some fun stories that go along. And I pray my husband doesn't watch that. Where can they listen to our podcast, Tanisha?
Well, you can listen to us on iHeartRadio. iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Apple Music. Wait. Let's do that again. You can listen to us on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Amazon Audible, Spotify, YouTube Music. And then you can also follow us individually. If you can't read what's there, me, Tanisha, at Tanisha underscore Mama Pod. I'm on Instagram and TikTok. You can follow Kiara at Kiara Mama Pod. No spaces, no underscore. Pretty much everywhere. Like Instagram, TikTok, Twitter.
Facebook.
No, Facebook. I said that. No, whatever.
Yeah.
Threads.
Facebook and Threads, where I mostly am tweeting during events. There you go. And then Content Vixen on X.
There you go.
And you can't follow Kevlin.
You can't follow Kevlin. She is in witness protection. I will keep her there until she can safely come out. Okay. This was a fun night. Thank you for the 5 people who has been rocking with this since we started.
But also for hanging with us while it's late, because y'all know we like to be random with our lives. But in case you missed any of our moments, this is live on YouTube on demand. You can also find it on our website, maineventmamaspodcast.com, where you can find all the videos and blogs. You name it, it's there. Visit our merch store, get you some Main Event Mamas merch. And with that, we want to say we're not new to this.
We're so true to this. And this was Main Event Mamas Live. Tired edition. Who knows? Anyway, good night.
Yeah. The Main Event Mama's bringing the heat.